Earth signs, this week it looks as though the focus is on your creativity, or more likely your love life. We've got Mercury bringing the drama in your fifth house of creativity and romance. Now, it might pay you to look really closely at this situation. Feels like it might be someone coming back from your past. So the wheel of fortune has turned, something has changed, something has happened to bring somebody new to you, or somebody back from the past into your orbit. Now, it looks like you actually have a lot of choices here, or maybe you're really facing a feeling of indecision, like, is this going to work or not? Is this person a good person for me at this time in my life, or are they not so much? You are actually showing up as being incredibly abundant and stable and satisfied and happy in your life as it currently is. So you may be even wondering, do I even need to choose a cup? Do I even want to choose one of these options when, look at me, I am pretty happy in my garden here, picking all my gold coins and carrots. So there may be this feeling here of having to hurt someone by telling them that you're not interested, or this could be you remembering the pain that maybe they caused you in the past when they shafted you and walked away. So there is this sort of either memory or fear or some kind of tinge of a winner and a loser, or something painful. So the energy you're being asked to lean away from is undue nostalgia, 6 of Cups. Now, that could also be your childhood conditioning. So if you usually behave in a certain way, and you know that it's a pattern and you are really keen to let go of it, try acting in new behaviors, in new ways. But the other message from this card is really to make sure you're not living in the past by remembering someone as they were. Maybe when they did once upon a time, represent hearts and flowers to you. Maybe now they're more of a snake or a tornado. So you've really got to pay close attention to who this person is now, rather than who they once were or what they once meant to you. And again, this could be a new person completely, but they might be just kind of tapping into those childhood patterns that make you feel safe or interested in the wrong kind of person. So there's that. Your energy to lean towards for this week in this situation is future stability. This is the 4 of Wands, and it not only represents like a joyful transition in your life, so a milestone event, but it also represents the 4 corners of a stable home. So it is not only joyful, but it also sort of represents a solid foundation for your future. It can represent real estate, buying a house, something like that. And that is what the universe wants you to focus on. Now, in helping you decide about somebody who's come around or some new person that's come in, one of the things would be to consider, instead of how does this make my little inner child feel, it's how does this person fit into my ideas of what stability looks like long term. Because we can all kind of fall in love with the cigarette smoking, motorbike riding, leather jacket wearing bad boy or bad girl, but is that someone you really want to settle down with, that you can take a long-term view with? And, if you're that bike rider as well, then maybe the answer is yes. So this is what the universe is just asking you to think about. It isn't telling you one way or another what to do, because readings don't usually do that. They usually give you the options and say, well, this is what's likely in this situation, and this is what's likely in that situation. Try it on for size in your mind and see how it would make you feel. Let's get a cosmic pep talk about this situation. Yep, so you're being asked to claim your power like the tiger. Like the tiger that you are. You may well have to be a little bit brutal. Is there any such thing as a little bit brutal? You might just have to hurt someone's feelings by claiming your power. Look, sacred purpose came out upside down. Eternal flame, ancestral legacy. And you know, I quite often don't take these cards in reverse, but this time it seems to be saying, especially alongside the nostalgia card of the Six of Cups, there is something about the way you used to act, the way you used to feel, the way you used to feel secure, might be part of your ancestral legacy, the family you grew up in, all that sort of stuff. There seems to be something pulling you back into some kind of past behavior. And this is where you're going to claim your power and build your own world, your world afresh. Build it in your image, the way you want it to be, rather than how your family's always done things or what you've always felt emotionally in relationships. It's time for you to do things a different way. And you know, whatever this is might bring big emotions to the surface. So take a deep breath and remember the long term, not the nostalgia, not the rose-tinted spectacles of what could this be. It is really about knowing yourself, knowing your worth, knowing what you want for the future. Let's get 3 more cards just to finish up. You are leaving something behind, something that was potentially very dear to you once upon a time. There are other things for you in the distance, and even not in the too distant future. So there is something to say goodbye to. Now, whether this is a person or whether it's a pattern in your love life, the 5th house there, or even in your creativity, Mercury's thoughts, its ideas, its news, you can see keyword there being drama. So you're moving towards a new beginning with your own stability and sense of abundance with the page there. Now that can be a message or news, again, pertaining to money, giving you options in your life, or this is you choosing a new beginning for yourself. And it's going to be one that leads you, male or female, to be receiving a lot of love. Now this isn't necessarily from a person, but it is yourself loving on yourself. It is also the universe loving on you and just you feeling very connected to everything and very emotionally fulfilled. So focus on your stability. That seems to be the way to move forward in life this week, and lean away from being stuck on the past and looking back with rose-tinted spectacles about how things used to be. You are supposed to be moving on in some way this week. I'm not taking personal bookings at the moment, but I do hope this helped. And as always, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love, and joy.